Hello, everyone. Let's get started. So I encourage you all to think about something that you're grateful for, because gratitude is a really good way to promote healing in the body, and expressing that gratitude is huge. So think of something that you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as the sun is shining, or your children, or you're grateful that you started your day drinking water and fasting versus your loading phase. So we're going to go through a lot of things today about welcoming to the metabolic reset, kind of what to expect, what's to come, how to get support, and know that I am here for you. So we're going to start with some mindful breathing. So this is a daily practice that you can incorporate into your routine. So some benefits: it can help you be more responsive, less reactive, and it helps you shift into a parasympathetic state, promote that healing and repair in the body, which is the goal of the Metabolic Reset program. So I want you to really pay attention to your body. I want you to center yourself, ground yourself, make sure you're sitting in a comfy spot, have a comfy chair, don't feel awkward. Become aware of your breathing pattern. Really think to relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, relax your forehead, and just kind of let that tension go from the day. Because oftentimes we sit at a desk all day, or we're moving around and we just don't even realize we're tense. So just bring that awareness to your body and relax your mouth, your jaw, your shoulders. Just kind of take a moment to kind of sway with the music and just release all that energy. Put your feet on the ground, be present, be grounded, connect yourself with the earth. Relax your entire body, wiggle it all out. So we're going to do a specific breathing pattern. We're going to inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and then exhale for 8 seconds. And we're going to do that for a few minutes. This really helps shift us into a parasympathetic state, which is a good way to start before you're learning. Helps you manage your cravings, helps decrease anxiety, improves your digestion, improves sleep. If you're really like on the verge of kind of exploding, so to speak, it helps decrease that anger response, decrease your blood pressure, improve your cardiovascular function. So we're just going to do this for a few minutes and I'll walk you through it. So it's inhale for 4, hold for 7, and exhale for 8. So we'll get started here. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for 7, 1, 5, 7, exhale for 8, 1, 5, in for 4, 7, exhale for 8. Hold for 7, exhale for 8. In for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. In for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8.
It comes to me upon the strings
In
when
for
I
4,
hear it, well, I sing.
hold for 7,
I can't say it's my creation, stay
exhale
patient
for
what
8.
it brings.
In for 4,
Let me say I'm coming humble, I don't know what's right
hold for
or
7,
wrong.
exhale for 8.
I just keep on believing, passing down an old song.
In for 4,
An old song.
Hold for 7. Exhale for 8.
Everybody's got that chapter
Do
of
this 3
darker,
more
darker
times. In for
days.
4. Hold for
Saturn
7.
seems to be returning and his essence can't be tamed.
Exhale for 8.
Some we like to fight a
In for
giant
4.
plan, a secret attack.
Hold for 7.
But the more you push it,
Exhale
the
for 8.
more it's pushing you back.
Last time. In for 4.
You can't rush
Hold for
your
7.
healing.
Exhale for 8.
Darkness
And just
has
take a
its
moment to really just soak in
teaching.
relaxing and shifting into that parasympathetic state.
Love is
Couple
never
deep cleansing breaths.
really. You can't rush your healing.
All
Your
right.
healing.
So I know I feel a lot more grounded, so I hope that you do too. All right, so we're gonna get started here. I'm gonna pause my music and then I'm gonna share my screen. All right. Okay, so I wanted to welcome everyone to the Metabolic Reset. So this is a 10-week journey to permanent weight loss and optimal health. This program really opened my eyes to how much we need to get back to the basics of life and getting back to the basics of going outside, grounding, breath work, and really focusing on nutrient-dense foods, because unfortunately the standard American diet really shifts to carbs, unhealthy fats, seed oils, packaged foods, processed foods, sugar. Like for instance, my kids had some fruit snacks at a relative's house and there was 17 grams of sugar in the fruit snacks. If I'd known that, I definitely went to let them have it, right? Because that's a lot of sugar and we should only have 20 grams of sugar in a day. So this program really focuses on detoxing from all of those things. So what is the metabolic reset? So it's a scientifically designed program to help rebalance your metabolism, help you lose weight safely and permanently, which you all know. So focusing on resetting your body's fat burning mode rather than focusing on calories. So the only days that we really look at the calories are during the loading days. And I know those are really daunting days. And usually by the second loading day, you're kind of sick of eating food, but that really makes it better because once you get to day 3 and you get to fast, you just love it even more and you don't really want all those crappy foods anymore. So this program is all about community too. So reaching out, if you have questions, if you're having any struggles, I'm here to help you and I want to walk you through this process and make it as easy as possible and help you through those hurdles. So the fact is the program addresses not just physical changes, but emotional, mental, and metabolic shifts. So the emotional components of the program are definitely real. This is a huge area where people struggle with, myself included. I really discovered that I did a lot of emotional eating that wasn't serving my body. So breaking those habits and then replacing them with different habits that serve your body even better. So drinking more water, going for a walk, getting outside, reading a book, things to really focus and shift that pattern, right? So if you're a late night snacker, I was definitely a late night snacker. I love to eat popcorn or nuts before bed, and that really was keeping me up at night and contributing to poor sleep. So now instead I read a book, or I'll read my children a book, or we'll go for a walk and just drinking more water, making a cup of tea, things to shift that there. So I am a certified emotion code practitioner too. So we can utilize some of those modalities throughout this program in this group setting to help release some of that energy and negative emotions towards that emotional eating too. So why traditional diets fail? So stress and metabolism explained. So traditional diets often trigger stress responses in the body, and this causes a release of cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and that is produced by the adrenal glands. So when cortisol levels are elevated, the body enters a fat storage mode and you begin to store fat rather than burn it. So we want to switch your body into a fat burning mode because otherwise you're just going to hold on to that fat. Sometimes people hold on to fat too because their body isn't in a safe place to release it. So if you only eat vegetables once every 3 days, your body is like, I don't know when I'm going to get those veggies again. I need to hold on to these because it's not safe for me to let that go because I need those nutrients. So we're switching this through food too to ensure your body knows it's safe to burn off that fat. So a lot of us have tried traditional diets in the past and failed, and I can assure you this program is different. So we're shifting to that parasympathetic state so we're not in fight or flight all the time. So we're going to talk a little bit about the polyvagal theory. So this was developed and it explains how our nervous system responds to stress and safety by activating different states in the body. So it focuses on the role of the vagus nerve. So this is the main nerve that connects the brain to various parts of the body, like the heart, the lungs, and your digestive system. So a simple breakdown here. So there's 3 states. So there's safe and social, which is your ventral vagal state. So this is when we feel safe, we feel calm, we feel relaxed, the part of the vagus nerve is activated, we're more social, we're more connected, our heart rate and breathing are stable, and our digestion functions normally. This is where we want to live. This is where our body functions the best. Oftentimes, though, people don't live in this state. They instead live in a fight or flight state, also known as a sympathetic state. So if we perceive danger or stress, the body shifts into a fight or flight mode. Your heart rate increases, your breathing increases, your energy is directed towards whatever threat is coming your way. So like running away or confronting a threat. So your body's just in that heightened state of awareness to protect yourself. It is a defense mechanism, but when we can't shut it off and switch back into that ventral vagal state, we don't get to that healing and repair like we should. So there's also a shutdown or freeze state called the dorsal vagal state. So if your stress is too overwhelming or we can't escape the threat, the body just kind of goes into this shutdown mode. So this is the freeze response. So the body slows down. We may feel disconnected. We may feel numb. We may feel threatened, immobilized. This is not a good state to be in. Oftentimes people are in this state and they're like, you know what? I used to do A, B, and C in the past and I'd lose weight. Now I do those things and nothing works. Well, we're stuck in that freeze state. So we need to shift the body out of that state and get back to that ventral vagal area. Because our nervous system is constantly shifting between these states depending on how safe or threatened we feel. So this can help us recognize our own stress and things that we can work on, like breathing exercises, mindfulness, gratitude, journaling, going for a walk, to help us shift back into that calm and social state. And this was one of the biggest shifts that I saw even with my kids is when I'd get frustrated with them before, I used to yell, right? Well, now I'll literally say, why don't we take a couple deep breaths? The kids do it with me and we all calm down and we're able to address the situation in a much more happy manner. So if, for example, say you're walking in a park, you might feel calm, relaxed, you're out for a nice, joyful walk. Suddenly a loud noise startles you. You might feel anxious or afraid. Your body shifts into that fight or flight mode. If the noise turns out to be nothing, you quickly calm down. But if it's truly dangerous and you can't escape, your body might go into a freeze response to protect you from further harm. So a good way to shift into that ventral vagal state is that 4-7-8 breathing pattern that we did at the beginning here on this call. So that's inhaling for 4 seconds, holding your breath for 7 seconds, and exhaling completely for 8 seconds. So try and repeat that at least 4 times and do those cycles, and that really helps shift your body. I say the longer that you do it, the more calm that you do get. So the inhalation process starts stimulating the vagus nerve, and that begins the calming process. Holding your breath for 7 seconds gives the body time to fully oxygenate and gives the nervous system time to slow down. And exhaling for 8 seconds activates the parasympathetic system. So this helps lower your heart rate, decrease stress, and create a greater sense of calm and clarity. So you can use this before bed for better sleep, when feeling stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, and during moments of tension or after an argument to kind of restore that calm back down. So the metabolic reset works because it's a new approach to long-term health. So you're not going to do this fad diet and then go back to whatever you were doing before. So if you're eating donuts every day, that's not ideal, right? You're not going to do this reset and then go back to eating donuts every day and see lasting results, right? This is about shifting everything that you're doing into a healthier state so you can live longer, increase your longevity, and feel a lot better for a long time. So this resets the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, or the HPA axis. That regulates your stress and metabolism. So an important part of the program is focusing on nutrient-dense foods, intermittent fasting, and the reset spray to help balance your hormones and reset those fat burning pathways. I do encourage people to buy organic when possible. I understand that organic can be more expensive. We do have an Aldi. You might have an Aldi by where you live too, and they have a lot of organic options. The other option is to look on the ewg.org website, and they have a Dirty Dozen and Clean 15 list. So focusing for sure on the Dirty Dozen and buying those foods organic is great. So the Metabolic Reset program also focuses on burning fat, not muscle. So the program timeline. So coming up to your program is kind of like your preparation time. So this is time to go grocery shopping, buy foods that are reset approved, stock up your fridge, stock up your freezer. Think about things like buying frozen chicken or frozen veggies or, chicken meatballs that you can just heat up quick in a pinch. So you're really not stuck grabbing for unhealthy foods. So then the days 1 and 2 are your loading days. So once you pick your day to start the program, those are your loading days. And that's really setting up your body to burn your fat for fuel. So we're shifting into that fat burning mode. In order to do that, we kind of have to stock up on those calories. So you're stocking up on those calories for the next 6 weeks to burn off that fat. So weeks 1 through 6 is the release phase, where that's your actively fat burning. Weeks 7 through 10 is the maintenance phase. So you're really locking in those results and stabilizing your metabolism, finding your new set point, and getting in those new habits of incorporating healthy foods into your everyday choices. So week 1, you're going to receive your package, review your game plan, and start your journey. So people may lose anywhere between 5 to 10 pounds in the first week. Week 2, so I'll be checking in with you all the time to see how you're doing, answering any questions that you have. We do have these weekly calls on Wednesdays at 3, and you can always submit your questions beforehand too if you're unable to make it. So on week 2, you'll be decreasing your inflammation, improving your blood sugar, and improving your sleep. Week 3, your energy, focus, and pain are decreasing. Your skin may be improving, clothing might be fitting much better, and then usually people start to get curious and kind of wondering what you're doing at this point. Week 4, your metabolism fires on all cylinders, and your brain and body and nervous system are all really shifted into that parasympathetic state, which is important for long-term healing and repair. Week 5, you're kind of adopting a new identity. So you've really gotten into the habits of incorporating healthy habits into your everyday routine, and it is now a part of your identity. And week 6, you've reset your metabolism and your microbiome and your whole mental health, and you're really truly a new person. So some of the expectations, so you can safely lose up to 30 pounds in 6 weeks, which I know some of your goals are to do that. And I'm so excited for you to get started. So improving your energy. So by resetting those pathways, we increase energy levels. Mental clarity, this is one of the big ones. So even with fasting alone, it can really help decrease some of that brain fog. We eat a lot, and that can improve, that can lead to a lot of toxin buildup in the body too. So the reset also helps improve your gut health, improves nutrient absorption. You really become more in tune with your body. And then your emotions do balance out. I will say in the beginning, sometimes it can be a little bit up and down until you reach that balanced state. But you will get there, and you will have lots of tools and mechanisms to use along the way to balance out your emotions. So your hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. So what the heck is that? Well, that controls a lot of your stress, a lot of your hormones, and your metabolism. So if your cortisol is off, your other hormones are off, your thyroid's off, your pituitary is off, and nothing's working in harmony, you're going to feel really off. So it can lead to chronic stress, can trigger fat storage, especially around the belly. So the reset helps, it balances that HPA excess out. And that is one of the main roles of that reset spray and why it is so important to ensure that you're setting your alarm for 7 a.m., 2 p.m., and 10 p.m. to ensure that you're getting the spray daily that you need. So why lifestyle changes matter. So beyond the physical transformation, you also get those mental and emotional shifts. So this emphasizes the importance of changing your relationship with food, stress, and self-care. It's starting to put you first. So I know, especially as moms, we don't put ourselves first and we put our kids first. Well, that can create chaos and disharmony in the home. So it's best you do need to put yourself first so you can care for others. Just like they say on the airplane, put your mask on first before helping somebody else, right? So take care of yourself so you can take care of the other people too. So, and just a kind of a fun fact, studies show that weight loss is more sustainable when it's approached holistically, integrating physical, emotional, and mental wellness. So that's why we're looking at this entire program as you as a whole, right? So incorporating the community, incorporating the spiritual, the emotional, the physical, all of the aspects of your health to help promote healing in your body. So just kind of a little preview for the intermittent fasting. So that's a key component. So it is important to really incorporate that in from day one. So if you've never fasted before, this might seem a little scary. So we can slowly ease into it, but really once you get past that, those first hunger cravings, it's not too bad. So, and actually hunger is the first sign of dehydration. So if you're feeling really hungry, drink a glass of water. And then really reassess, is this an actual physical hunger or is this an emotional hunger? Because there is a difference between the two. If you drink a glass of water and you truly feel like it's a physical hunger, well, then snack on some cucumbers. If you drink a glass of water and you reassess and you're like, I feel like I really don't need to eat, well, then that's an emotional hunger. So then let's just acknowledge that, recognize that it's there, and let it go so we can get past some of those emotional barriers there. So another fun fact, fasting lowers insulin levels, allowing the body to access and burn stored fat. So that really activates burning, and it also activates what's called autophagy. So autophagy is what our body's way of recycling old and damaged cells. So we all have old damaged cells in our body, but the way that our body recycles it is by fasting. So when we don't eat for 16 to 18 hours, autophagy is then activated. And then our body goes to work and just kind of eats up all the bad cells in our body to recycle them and get rid of them, which is very important because we don't want all of those, weird bad cells around our body. We want them to go away and be destroyed. So tracking your journey is super important. Please track your progress. It is really fun to look back at the before and after pictures and see how far you've come. I wish I would have done more of the tracking. I wish I would have taken more pictures because it really was a big shift and it was super cool to see along the way. So take your measurements, take your before and after pictures, weigh yourself, use the Renpo scale. You can even screenshot the Renpo scale to kind of just document or journal along the way how you're feeling, because there's going to be ups and downs, and there's going to be things that you're going to want to kind of track to be able to tell loved ones. If you think of someone else that might benefit from this program, or if you can think of someone that should go with the program with you, because it really helps in a lot of different facets of your body and your health. So common fears and excuses. So fear of failure. This is a big one. So a lot of people think like, I'm going to fail. I'm not going to stick to the program. How am I going to do this? So one of the things that my coach told me was, if you can eat chicken, broccoli, and apples every day, you're going to be just fine. I was like, you know what? I can do that. And that's realistic for me. So there are a lot of easier ways. You don't have to make super fancy meals. You can be more plain, and that's okay. It's okay. As long as you're getting those nutrient dense foods, that's the important part. And I encourage you to reach out if you're having a hard time, because I can't help you if I don't know. So send me a text message me on Practice Better, reach out to your community and the other lovely ladies in this community in our group chat and Practice Better. So recognize if you need some help and don't be afraid to ask for it. So, and remember, it's not about perfection. It's about making progress. So you're really making a lot of big shifts in your life, and give yourself a little bit of grace. It's not about perfection, and it will be okay, and reach out when you need help. Because all those little changes are what lead to the big results, right? It's not like we get these results overnight. It takes a lot of small changes to lead to big results. So community support, so the importance of accountability. So you don't have to do this alone. There are other people in the program with you. And a fact has shown that those who have accountability partners are more likely to succeed in their health goals. So even this could be this could be taking your dog for a walk every day, right? So just committing to, you know what, I'm going to take my dog for a walk every day, rain or shine, for 20 minutes. That alone helps make a big shift. If you can go for a 10-minute walk after your meals, which in the release phase, you're eating 2 meals a day, that's going to help promote digestion and metabolism. So some of the next steps. So preparing for before we begin. So reviewing the approved food list and starting to eliminate those processed foods. Go grocery shopping and purchase approved foods. During your loading phase, take that time to get rid of foods that you aren't going to be able to eat during your release phase. Begin thinking about small changes to implement now. So that can be drinking more water, adding a little bit of salt to your water, reducing your sugar, starting the day with gratitude, going outside and grounding, morning sunlight. So things that you can start incorporating in now before you even get started with the program. So I'm super excited for all of you to get started, and I want you to let me know if you guys need anything, if you need any support, I am here for you. So you can always shoot me a text message at 218-248-7014. Jump on these weekly calls on Wednesdays at 3. The Zoom link is always the same link. And you can always shoot me an email, Brianna@cleanlifefamily.com. So let me know any questions that you have and how I can support you on this journey. Have a good day. Bye.